Yo, what's up, family? Hope everybody having a great day and even better, great Sunday and even a great week. Um, Last week, folks, that we talked about, and we just recapping the call again. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome to Little Brother Inspires channel, where all things about inspiring the world to get closer to Christ. This is the recap video from our devotional club that we meet every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern for 30 minutes. If you want to join, look at the details in the description, send an email, get you added. We just having great conversations about God. Let's jump right into it. So the conversation was around faith. And so with this conversation around faith, it was a Hebrews 11:1. Man, it was so much great conversation today. Man, it was great conversation. I really enjoyed it, and I was even transparent with the group. Like, I've been doing this. If again it's your first time jumping on, last year we did a full year as well, and this year we like a few weeks in, and I was like, I kind of had a thought, like, I was like, maybe, I think I might stop, because it's a football game on right now. And I was like, football, people might not show up. Boom, we had the most people this year on the call during the time of the game. And that just showed me right there where God is working, and I just have to continue to be consistent. And so one of the things that we talked about was faith without works is dead. And so when I think about that, it's like doing the work. Like, okay, I believe that God called me to do this devotional book club. I've been doing it all the way since last year, and glory to God, just to be consistent. And I'm thankful for that, but it's like I have to still be persistent with that. I have to walk that out each day, and I have to do it with the expectancy of knowing that God is going to bring the people who need it. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you're getting the spiritual food from it, man, come get it live. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. So going with the first question, what does that focus mean for us as far as faith? When I think of faith, like, I instantly think of like having faith, like, without seeing the finished product. Like, I believe God in these different aspects of my life, whether that's spiritual, professional, personal. I believe that He's going to do the things that He's put in this Bible, the promises in here, that He's going to do that in my life, even if I don't see it. Even if I don't see it tomorrow, I don't see it right now, I don't see it in a month, I know that I just have to continue to put in the work to be consistent. And the Bible tells us that, don't get tired of doing the right thing, because in the right time, you're going to reap that. So we have to continue to keep doing the right things, even when no one's looking, even when we're tired, even when we don't feel like it, our emotions are not there. We have to make sure that we're doing it because God is going to reward us. Not saying we do it for a reward, but God is training us. That's the spiritual endurance right there. Like, I think about it from playing sports. I played sports my entire life. We always talk about the muscle memory. Spiritual memory is the same thing. Only reason why I can catch the basketball, know where I'm at on the floor, and shoot it from any distance, I know how much to put on it because I've been doing it more over and over and over. And I know that God, it often puts us in different situations of life, of doing things even when we don't see the reward. Why? It's because He's preparing us for what's to come next. And that's where you have to have that faith, that expectancy of knowing that this season of my life, maybe I'm not seeing all the fruits, but I know that the fruits are going to come. I know that there's edifying being done in my body, in my mind, every single day because I'm drawing closer to God to grow my faith. So that's the mentality that we have to adopt and understand that God is working on us every single day with every situation that we go through, whether it's the high moments, the low moments, the even kill moments. God is working on us. So we have to have the faith and have the mindset to do the work, and God will take care of it from there. When we talk about the significance of faith, a few things that came up on the call was stability, peace, and hope. And so when we talk about stability, it's important for us to have faith because our emotions can be up and down. But if we have faith and we know that God is who He is, that's what keeps us stable. That's what keeps us in our right mind of not doing the wrong thing or not taking revenge on something, but having forgiveness in our heart and things like that, right? And just acting out of love, being a child of God. That's where that comes in place, the importance of faith. A second one is peace. Peace, but God says that He gives us peace that surpasses our understanding. Like, it's not the peace from the world. Like, it's not no peace sign. It's not the sign that they make. No, this is peace from God. This is something that we have internally that we get from God. Regardless, we could be going through everything, chaos all around us, but we just like in the calm. You know what I mean? Like, because we know we serve a God that created all things. All things. So everything that comes at us, he's already conquered the world. He's already defeated the world. He know everything that we're going through. So we just have to continue to keep doing what we're doing, even if we don't see it. Going back to the beginning, what is faith? We walk by faith, not by sight. We're not going to see it all the time. We're not going to see it, but that's why it's important to know God's voice, to be in prayer, to fast, to be in fellowship in groups like this where you having those conversations. So even when you feeling spiritually depleted or low and you need a refill, somebody else is right there, because iron sharpens iron to build us up. The last thing is hope. Hope, that's another thing, the significance of having faith, because it allows us to be hopeful for what's to come. The things that we don't see, we're hopeful for what's to come. Even the small things that we get right now, we're hopeful for what's to come. So we have to continue to keep going that way. Even and when we have everything that we want, we're still hopeful for the other things, because we know we serve a God that says he'll give us more than we can think or imagine. So that means the things that you're thinking about right now, God's got something way beyond that. Even the things that you can imagine in your mind, He way beyond that. So we can be hopeful for even if we see all the fruits in our life, we're still hopeful because we know God has so much more in store for us. And that right there, if that don't make you just have the love for God or just continue your faith, I don't know what else to tell you, because when you know that God is blessing you and you like, man, it's more that you got from me. That's love. That's love that He's showing us. That's favor that He's showing us. That's blessings that He's given us. And we have to be able to not only show that back to Him by our faith that we have, our walk in our spiritual walk, but then also the love and faith, the love that we show the people that surround us. That's going to really be the part. And again, going back to faith without works is dead. That's the work. The work is the love. You got it. If you can't say that you believe in God and you're not showing love to the people that surround you, got to. No way around that. And so when we put that all together and we talked about that, and we went into the steps of talking about how did you exemplify faith last week, right? And I think it's important for us to be able to have those conversations, because not only do you read and you come on here and you're hearing what the recap is, but really think, like, you take that moment and reflect and say, okay, how did I implement faith last week? How did I lean on my faith last week? Or because then now you can kind of look back, hindsight is 2020, and say, okay, could I did something different? Could I pray there? Could I have read a scripture about a specific thing that was bothering me, whether it was depression, anxiety, stress, whatever it was? Like, how can I get better? And so those are the things that takes us to that next level, to continue to keep gradually growing in our faith. We shouldn't be still on the bottle. Again, depending on where you are, you might still be on the bottom. You might be new to the faith, but if you've been in the faith for a while, we got to take it to another level to say, okay, how was I last week with my faith? How can I grow and find those areas of opportunity, and then make a plan and then attack it from there? Because the reason why it's important to do this, and we talked about this on the call, is that the devil is here to kill, steal, and destroy. So we know that. So he's on attack. And so if we don't have an offensive game, we don't have a strategy in mind to get better, he's going to continue to keep getting us with the same thing that he got us with last week. The same thing he got us with yesterday, last night, last year. You know what I mean? So we have to get better. We got to look at the footage, see where we can grow, where we can get better, and then grow from there, and knowing that God's going to direct and guide our path, but we have to do the work. So that was a conversation that we had this week on faith. I hope that you guys are having a blessed day. If you like the information that we just talked about today, it's all to inspire you, to encourage you to be a better version of yourself and be the person that God has called you to be. And if you're watching this, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share with someone. You never know who needs this inspiration. They could be on the fence. They could look like it's all put together, but it's something that's inside of them that they need, that spiritual motivation. Don't forget to hit that share button. You never know who needs it. Somebody's life might be dependent on it. So I hope that y'all have a great week. And look, man, if y'all haven't, y'all following on right now, and you want to know, like, where these topics are coming from, this is from the Spiritual Workbook, Sunday School version. This is available on Amazon. Just go to my website. It'll take you right to Amazon so you can find it. My website is www.littlebrotherinspires.com. Go to the books tab. Go get your book, and you can just follow week over week. We're doing for the whole year. So let's get to it. Let's be great. To God be the glory. Peace.